Alrighty, we should be live. I want to make sure if everything is working, and then we will get started. Yep, we're all good. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. We will be going through everything in this year's playoff run leading up to the OFL Bowl, which will be streamed live on Friday, as the schedule in the announcements from last week says. So we are going to be simcasting, how many games? 6, 10, 12. We're going to be simcasting 12 games today. And going into Monday's stream, we had 32 teams left. Now we're down to 14. And then within the next hour or so, I would think the stream is going to be a little bit shorter than normal. We're going to be down from 14 to 2. And the question is, which two teams? Who will join the Bengals in the OFL? I'm kidding. Hopefully I'm not kidding, but I probably am. So, let's not waste too much time. We're going to simcast through every game. And we'll let the random number generator decide our order. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, interesting. We're going to start on... Actually, before we start, does anybody have any reason why their game needs to go now? And then I'll share which game it landed on. The preseason sim said it would be me. The preseason sim lie, clearly. Todd and I clutched up a duos win. Good stuff. It landed on Texans Orbits. Okay, who gave you the script? Because it absolutely did land on the Texans and the Orbits. I don't know how you knew that, but good job. And then for home and away, it lands on 2. That's the Texans. Since this is the playoffs, I will allow for jersey picking, unlike we did with the regular season, because I'm going to be more inclined to hop into a lot of these games. I hovered over it. Oh. I guess I didn't do a very good job of hiding it, did I? My game is versus the bye. I need it now. It shouldn't be versus the bye. EA is annoying. Should be against the real team. We should be playing the bye, damn it. I don't think we have an Orbits representative here. So, I guess we can pick for them, and C-Mail can pick the Texans stuff. But yes, I had the script. What does the script say the bowl is going to be? There's not exactly many choices for the Orbits. It's do they wear blue or do they wear white? Not exactly the most... sleekest jersey combo. Red color rush, red, white. So I assume that would include... Hold on. There we go. I assume that means red pants. And then white socks. Oh, color rush meaning blue. Okay. So this... I guess that means we'll have the Orbits wear white. Even though they're two different shades of blue. Blue versus... I mean, I guess you can tell the difference. But I feel like white's just the safer option. Script has you losing to Dak Prescott. I mean, Todd kind of has Hector's number, so... Lead the Sox. Okay. Good, I was going to say. It looks better with the Red Sox. Wasn't there, like, all red? Hold on. There definitely was. Maybe it was just this. Oh, well. Let's hop into it. Our first of 12 Simcast games today. Yes, 12. That's a big number. The 7-10 Houston Texans, who sneak into the playoffs by virtue of the worst division in OFL history, facing off against the Orlando Orbits, who were very steady throughout the season, grabbing a playoff spot. I can't count that high. Fair enough. Counting is pretty hard. All right, here we go. Orbits score first with a field goal, but the Texans are marching. They have it in the red zone. And they only get 3. Orbits get 3. A lot of field goals. Can the Texans punch it in before halftime? They do. Is Sean Tucker back? Sean Tucker would be back next week if you win. So this is the last game without him, no matter what. Texans, it looks like they force a turnover, get a touchdown, and they lead by 11. We're going to keep simming for a little longer. Okay, the Orbits score. Do they get the 2? They do. So do we hop in now, or do we hop in after this drive, depending on what happens with the Texans? Keep swimming. Are we swimming? Jump after this drive. After. I feel like we're going to have a lot of close games, so I feel like it might be a little premature. We'll see what happens. Incomplete. Gain of 4. Okay, we're hopping in now. So the Orbits have it at the 34, down by 3 with 7 to go. Still a lot of time. Drake May made the play. I can't speak. Drake May made the playoffs, and Little Jaw didn't. And he beat Little Jaw twice in order to get there. What in the God's name was that? It doesn't look like Drake May's having himself much of the game. 12 of 25. Who is Tyler Clayton? I asked myself the same question just now. Who is that? I don't even think he was like the starter before Stephen Hanna was moved to running back. Third and 7. May's under pressure. Has a wide open man up the middle. That's a big play after the catch, too. Who's 7? It's Quez Watkins. I bet Hanna isn't the third. I would hope he's at least the third down back, considering he was literally a receiver. I think his power back ratings are low, so that might be for the better. But I would hope they would be smart enough to put the receiver at third down back. Second and 7. May on the run. Gets only about 1. Good tackle by 12. Who's 12? Is John Moran on the field? And now it's a 3rd and 6. The Orbits are like right in field goal miss range. It's very close. So they could have an interesting decision if they don't get it. May's going to go for it all, and it's incomplete, out of bounds. And they are going to kick. Interesting. It's a 54-yarder for their lefty kicker with under 5 to go. I think he missed it. He missed it! I think that was wide to the right. Yep. I can't really tell if it had the power. I think in real time it looked like it did, and it just wasn't accurate. So now the Texans are going to look to chew clock and finish it off. The one problem with that is their running back room isn't exactly sharp with no Sean Tucker until next week. Oh, I guess Clayton is the guy. His numbers aren't even that bad, oddly enough. I don't know what Stephen Hanna's doing, but 18 for 62 is not horrible, all things considered. That's almost 4 yards a carry. Third and 2. And he gets it. Good run for Tyler Clayton, who appears to be, like, not half bad. Pride is an F-tier coach for calling a kick. He was definitely the one who made that call. Definitely. Lamar on the run, risky throw, and it's caught by Christian Watson to the 23. Can they just make Lamar the back? Sim it out. The game's not over. There's still 3 timeouts. Does the CB2 guard the wide receiver 1 in Simcast or only in Watched? I know it does in Watched. In Simcast, I don't know. I know other people know. I don't know. 2-minute warning after Clayton loses a yard. The Texans are in field goal range. I think at this point the Orbits would be more than happy with a field goal because it's only a 3-point game. And that's Nick Cross, Bengal legend, Houday, with the tackle. Doesn't get much again, 3rd and 11. I think I would throw the ball. The Orbits have 2 timeouts as is. If they had none and you knew that 40 seconds would be burned, I get it. But they still have 2. I would throw it. I like this call. Lamar throws it away. I don't like that. He had room to run, too, to the left side. There was a big hole. Pause. Whoa. EA sucks. On to kick it from 41. It's good. And so the Texans lead by 6. Move J.C. Jackson to CB2. Can do. Pittman is like, what, 3 inches on him? Yeah, but J.C. Jackson's like one of the best defensive players really in the league. How many corners do you trust to truly take over a game? Oh, fumble! It's picked up by the Texans! And there's no review! Wow! The Orbits fumble on the kick return, and that might be the dagger. Mickey Mouse C-Mill win. They beat how many wins do the Orbits have? 9 or 10? I don't know, but they were pretty good this year. A win's a win in the playoffs. I don't see how it's Mickey. Okay, that's not Clayton. That's somebody else. I don't think that's Stephen Hanna, though. That might be the other guy. Third and 3. To finish it off. He got it. Clayton. They might try to score on this play. They should just knee it. Yeah, okay, they are. Never mind. I thought they were going to try to punch it in, knowing EA. Sean returns for a potential matchup against you. Yeah, if both us and the Chargers win, which, I mean, with us, no guarantees there. I cannot promise you anything. But that might be our best bet, since the Texans are like the one team who generally has the Bills' number. And we had the Texans' number, and the Bills have our number. The AFC is such a weird cycle. And watch now, none of those are going to make the bowl this year. It's going to be the Chargers. Another Trevor Lawrence playoff masterclass. Good win here for the Texans, who at one point were 5-10, and now they're in the divisional round. The perks of being in a bad division. And the biggest reason why this team struggled is they didn't have Sean Tucker. Guess who's back for the divisional round? It's Sean Tucker. That's a big deal. Kittle leads the way receiving-wise. Quiet games for Ben Mixon and Zach Lawler, who were 2 of the leading receivers in the entire league. Trey Lance in the bowl. If we lose to Trey Lance, I swear to God. 2 sacks for Zach Saunders. Wouldn't have expected him to have a big day compared to the other defensive linemen, but good for him. I wish YouTube had custom emojis so I can yell out, "Is this the dagger?" Make Okuda slot corner number 2. I'll make both depth chart changes now. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. 1 new injury. Who got hurt this time? Oh, that explains a lot. Stephen Hanna broke his thumb. I would imagine pretty early in the game. So that would explain why Tyler Clayton got all the playing time. You should consider retirement if you lose to Lance. Oh, I've already got the paperwork done. If we lose, it's over. Well, technically, after every team loses, they retire. Because, we're not controlling them anymore. So technically, yeah. Okay, Dixon definitely should have been the main slot. There we go. And then... That's not Seattle. Hold on. Did that say Watson? Did what say Watson? Oh, at quarterback? They might have signed you a backup. Oh, wait a second. Deshaun Watson. I'm not retiring, but what if you lose? Technically, you are. That's also not Seattle. What are we doing? There we go. The Steelers are not in the playoffs. Unfortunately for them. There we go. A Deshaun Watson Texans ring would be something else. Put it that way. He is the mentor tag. I didn't even notice that. Mentor for what? But I've got a new job next year. Yeah? So you're only going to be retired for like a short time until we reveal the teams, which will be soon. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show me a 2. Rip the Band-Aid off. 1. Chargers and Raiders, the other AFC game. And then for home and away, it lands on home. Well, we have Troy here, so that's our Raiders representative. I don't think Kevin is here, so we can't pick out anything, or he won't pick out anything for the Chargers, so I guess we will. Chargers have a lot of jersey combos. So we've got quite the choice here. Kevin retired a while ago, but he is still technically our Chargers person because no one has taken the team since. So I still count it, and he was here on Monday, and yeah, he's still the Chargers, technically. Even though he's not like the acting coach, he still counts. If the Chargers win, it's a Kevin ring. Put it that way. But yes, he is not their official coach. I'll take him right now. I guess there's room on the bandwagon. Trevor Lawrence versus Hugo. Oh, Hugo's not the starter. They have Denton Sens the fourth, the rookie quarterback out of, I actually don't remember, but he threw for like 5,000 yards. Good player. How to massage out a victory. What do we want for the Chargers, and what does Troy want for the Raiders? Why did they bench Hugo? Because the other guy is rated higher, I guess, and he's pretty good. Or whoever I have not seen a stream since... Oh, there you go. As much black as possible. I don't think there's black pants in here. Okay, what in the world? Well, the home jersey's black. Yeah, I think this is as black as it gets. As a lifelong Texan fan, I would love Deshaun, the football player, to get a ring with us. It was supposed to happen, too. And then, you know, kaboom. Does anybody have a specific request for the Chargers? If not, we can let next year's Charger coach pick the jerseys, because that person, I believe, is probably here. Black helmet. There's definitely not a black helmet. Is there like an old black helmet? I highly doubt it. Yeah, no. It'd be cool if they did, though. Or I guess MP can be our Chargers person. Why not? Maybe MP is the Chargers next year, too. All whites. Okay. MP's like the only person who didn't make the playoffs here, so I guess it's fair that he gets to claim a team. What if they lose now? Then it's like he'll have like the cheese touch. All right, our second game of the day. 2 AFC West foes. The Chargers, who were probably the biggest surprise of the league this year, winning 11 games, against the Raiders, who at under 500, 8-9, sneak into the playoffs. Because the AFC is bad. Raiders did make it to the AFC Championship last year, and they almost actually beat the Bills in that game. As they lead 3-0, Chargers take the lead with a touchdown, and they get a safety, okay, and a field goal. The Chargers are in the power position. They lead 12 to... Maybe you're the Chargers. Maybe I'm the Chargers. Maybe SG's the Chargers. Who knows? Well, regardless, the Chargers look pretty good. I'm retiring at half. Vontae Davis. Yeah, I think we can go pretty fast. This game looks like it's over. Isn't it? Yeah, no, it's done. Never mind. Chris Paul. All right, and there's your dagger. The San Diego Chargers. Whoever gets the Chargers next year, please don't move them. It's confusing. The Chargers beat the Raiders 23-13, so they continue their unlikely playoff run into the divisional round. And they will get to host the game. Either the Bengals if we win, or the Texans if we don't win. I didn't lose. I retired. Troy's playoff record doesn't get hurt. Chargers moving to Alaska. Oh, God. Is this the dagger? I never cared about missing out on like drama in school, but it pains me not knowing OFL secrets. Well, you'll learn the secrets soon enough, I promise. Teams tonight. When did I say teams were ready? Maybe they are ready, maybe they're not. Who had all the sacks? I see one guy allowed 4. 2 for John Woodbury, the rookie, and 2 for Rob Burnham. Big day for the Chargers pass rush, where we won't use legend players. Since when was Octavius Game of the Year on the Raiders? Oh yeah, I didn't have enough money to pay him. So, yeah. I didn't want to let him go either, but I had no money. It's him or Devontae Adams. Like, I'm picking Devontae Adams over myself. I'm sorry. Even though Devontae looked washed for the first 6 weeks of the year. What in the world? Okay, just forget that. I couldn't find my phone. That's why it kept playing. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Ooh, this game. This is probably the game I'm most interested in. Well, other than my own game. But, like, in terms of, like, an unbiased look, I'm very intrigued by this matchup. The Seahawks and the Geagles. Random number generator lands on 1. They're saving us for last. Best for last, I guess, right? 90s jerseys. If I win, I'm in the Hall of Fame. What is the Hall of Fame to you? And then the ketchups, of course. If only I could just easily pick the alternate classics like I can in 24. Whoever gets the Seahawks is going to be awfully lucky next year. Maybe that person's here. Maybe it's me. So now let's take a look into the NFC playoff race, which is obviously the significantly better conference. We've got the Mexico City Geagles, who have made the playoffs, I think, every single season. I'm pretty sure they're the only team in the NFC to have done that. Facing off against the Seattle Seahawks. The Geagles won their first playoff game of the cycle last year. Hector's playoff drought finally snapped. Facing off against a Seattle team who made the NFC Championship 2 years in a row, but last year got first rounded by their division rival, the Nighthawks. Todd has not been able to beat Hector pretty much ever. Hector seems to have his number. We'll see if the biggest meeting between the two changes that, or if Hector can keep the train rolling. Seattle scores first. Eagles answer with a field goal, so the Seahawks at the edge through 1. Their offense looks solid so far, but the Eagles tie it. Seattle takes the lead. Mexico ties it. Seattle takes the lead. Whoa, a lot of offense. Into the third quarter. Mexico stopped on the goal line. No score change going into the fourth. We'll simulate through this drive. Okay, this is pretty much the same situation as the Texans game. I say we keep simming, and if Seattle doesn't score a touchdown, we hop in. Does everybody agree? Todd just said, sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler in DC. Okay. Do we need to, is he okay? Is he being kidnapped? It's Troy Franklin. It is. Troy Franklin moment. Why is he wearing 82? Ugh. That looks weird. Everyone agrees. Perfect. Just launch it up for Troy Franklin, Bryce. Oh, it's turned over! Bryce Hall with the interception. Yeah, we're hopping in. Well, that changes some things. Now the Eagles have great field position, and I just want to say, this uniform matchup is very aesthetically pleasing. You guys made good picks. The catch-ups versus the retros, like, I don't know why, it just looks like an aesthetically pleasing game. Most clutch, Bryce Young drive. Nick and Nader put him in the MVP ballot. What was he cooking? Incomplete. A field goal, I'm sure, is fine for Mexico, but I think they would like more than a field goal, being down by 4. 3rd and 3, broken up. Is that J.C. Jackson? And they're going to go for it. Wow, I would have probably kicked it. I don't mind this call, though. You are down by 4, but there's still 7 minutes left. If there was 3 minutes left, I would have gone. Dak's going for the end zone. Oh, good defense. That was right in Terry McLaurin's hands. That's a great throw, but it's broken up late, and Seattle gets the turnover on downs. Todd has made fun of us for Bryce Hall all OFL, and now he just picked off Todd. Karma's a female dog, everyone. Broken tackle, good play by Antonio Gibson. That animation is always a touchdown. That's exactly what I thought. Once it was in his hands, I'm thinking, that's a touchdown. And it falls out. Good run for Gibson. He gets the first down. Gibson again. Good run. Mexico might be cooked. They're still 5.5 minutes, but obviously they're not in the best of spots. He's not Mike Evans, I'm afraid. No, he is not. Bryce on the run. It almost looked like he was past the line of scrimmage. But he makes a nice throw for a first down over to Tyreek Hill. And they're pretty close to field goal range at the 42. They're in a good spot. It's over. It is far from over, buddy. All Bryce Hall needs is another interception, and then you're back in business. They're not in field goal range yet. If the Eagles get a stop here, Seattle probably should punt it. Young under pressure, spins around, fires a dart for a first down to the 26. It's Tyreek Hill again. Here's a nice little play for Gibson. If the Eagles get a field goal, it's only a one-score game. It's far from over. Not even close. There's still plenty of time. If they get a touchdown, then yeah, it's time to hit the red panic button. 2nd and inches. Gibson again. First down. They're getting awfully close. Bryce Young under pressure, breaks the sack from Reddick, still on his feet, takes a dump midfield and gets 3. That is one of the plays of all time, as Javon Kinlaw is hurt. Am I playing a game of Dragons franchise? That's clearly what I'm doing. Because it feels like every time I do, Javon Kinlaw gets hurt. I've had to have seen the injury report, or injury timeout, Jay Kinlaw message, probably about 20 times this year. Too often. Here's Gibson again. He gets 4. Hector skipped his finals to get bounced in the first round. The Eagles' red panic button is on their jerseys. Clearly. 3rd and 3. Bryce for the end zone. Is he in? He's not, but he has it at the 1. TJ Hawkinson. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Not looking good for the Eagles. They're down by 4. And Seattle has the ball, not even at the 1, like the quarter-yard line. They're a foot away. I would say they should push Bryce Young, but he's tiny. As Gibson's going backwards, here's a big play. It's going to be a 2-score game. That's true. But, like, we might as well just keep watching. We're already here. Second and goal. Back to Gibson. Breaks a tackle. He's in. The Seattle Seahawks lead by, after the PAT, 11. How are you going to do your finals now? I do not condone skipping school for my streams. Let me make that abundantly clear, guys. If everyone wants to sin, we can sin, but I feel like since we're already here. Unless, again, that's what everybody wants. Is the touch push even in Madden 24? Not that I'm aware of. I ain't got all day. That's true, but I also feel like the stream, as I've said, is probably going to be quicker than normal. But I guess if everyone wants to, that's fine. Let's see if the Eagles could score late, make the game look closer. Okay, they're moving it pretty well. Albeit there's only 40 seconds. Sack for Devin Lloyd. Thrown away, 4th and 8 for the game. Sack by Davenport. Seattle is moving on to the second round after not winning a playoff game last year. They get back in business, beating the Eagles 31-20. Todd finally gets over the hump and beats Hector. The Eagles are out with a record of 1-5 in playoff games this year, which I guess is a better winning percentage than Hector would have had last year. Progress, not perfection. Dak Prescott did play pretty well, though. Possible MVP candidate. Bryce Young also was honestly pretty good. Todd's beaten the Hector's son allegations. Rashawn Slater allowed 3 sacks. Not good. 2 of which were by Devin Lloyd. One when it mattered most. He may be 1-6, but he won the one game that, like, really matters. All right. So now we have 3 games down, 3 to go. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oh, thank God. Just please rip the Band-Aid off now. Good. Between 1 and 2, it lands on 1 again. We will use her the Broncos. Broncos country, let's cry. So if we win, we will head to L.A., or not L.A., San Diego, to play the Chargers. And if the Broncos win, then I'm ending the stream because I'm going to be depressed. If this is it for us, we better go out in style. And then I guess everybody else can pick the Broncos jerseys. Go Broncos. Wow. Wow, I see how it is. Okay. Weed. Good answer. If you lose, your legacy is done. Lose it. What is Denver's rating? 82. Ooh. We have a 10-point increase. Yikes. If we lose, you might not hear from me for a while. OFL 24 is going to be pushed back. Orange Crush. With the throwback helmet. Yes, this is my vote. If they're going to lose, at least look good while you're losing. Yeah, losing to Trey Lance would be bad. We did lose to the Raiders last year, so I'm not going to put anything past us. Does anybody have any complaints with these beautiful jerseys for both sides? Going once, going twice? Go Bengals then. Smart man. All right, here we go. Mr. Godley, I need you. I know some days you play well, other days you play poorly, but we're going to need 4 consecutive good games. Has he ever played 4 straight good games? I can't imagine. If Octi loses, he's deleting the server. Oh, I'm doing more than deleting it. I'm annexing it off the planet. After getting first rounded last year, the Bengals look to get back in business, and we're back at home. Have we lost a home playoff game? I think we did year 1. We haven't lost at home in the playoffs since year 1. So let's keep it that way here, boys. Let's keep it that way. Starting with the ball, let's score first. That's not scoring first. Oh, never mind. We do. Perfect. All right, good start. Let's keep it up. Good. 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 Perfect. This is a butt whooping. Just what we needed. Let's keep it going. Do not put the pedal off the metal. Okay, they get a field goal. Good. Okay, I like my chances. I think we're in a good spot. Denver adds a touchdown. We had a field goal. This game's over. Yeah, it's over. 34-10. I should have pulled out the jersey. Hold on. Well, now that I've won a game without it, I almost feel like I can't wear it. I feel like I just have to keep it rolling. Good win here for Cincinnati. That's one. We head to LA to play against the Chargers. Let's keep it going. This game is an Octi Good simulator. Daniel Godley wins his first career playoff game, and he played pretty well. Nothing spectacular, but he had an overall good game, and he outplayed Trey Lance, who only threw 4 interceptions during the regular season. Today, he throws 2. So the Bengals are going to travel to San Diego to play the Chargers, and the Texans are going to play the Bills. Josh Jacobs, big game on the ground for him. Offensive Player of the Year. Devontae Adams played well. Deshaun Groves played well. Quiet J-Mo game, though. That's a surprise. Lot of sacks. 7. 4.5 for Josh Allen. 3 for Myles Garrett. Half a sack for Chase Young. Defensive tackle Josh Allen's been one of my favorite storylines of the entire season. Why didn't I do this earlier? Schematically, it makes no sense to put him at defensive tackle, but I wanted to keep Garrett and Young on the edge. I did not expect Josh Allen to be better than both of those guys, but here we are. Not complaining. Don't pull out the jersey. I'm not. We're rolling through. Offensive Player of the Year. Yeah, I said it. 18 carries, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The most efficient running back in the league. He had an extra yard per carry over Nick Chubb, who fumbled it 4 times compared to Jacobs' 0. But yes, he was crafted more touches in Carolina's Mickey Mouse playbook. All right, this game is 1. This game is 2. 1 again. The Dreadnoughts and the Niners. I'm actually kind of fascinated to see how this game goes. And the user will be 1. That's San Francisco. Broncos offensive line. Start learning Taiwanese. To be fair, they did play against the second best pass rush in the league. I would have guessed it was the best, but the Bills have 9 more sacks than us. So we'll give the edge to Buffalo. The number generator is not seeing the pearly gates. Got to go all blacks. Run it back just like it's OFL 20. Whoever gets the Niners next year should make sure that these jerseys are worn often. Maybe the Niners coach is a Munoz. Maybe it's me. Maybe the only way I can win is if I'm with San Francisco. Doesn't matter. I feel like if they're going to wear black, the Dreadnoughts can't really wear dark blue. So I feel like they have to wear white, and the gray pants just look stupid. I don't like... If everyone wants gray pants, that's fine, but I'm... Ugh. Not a fan. Black socks. Got it. Oh, this is hard. I don't even think I wore the black socks with this in OFL 20. This goes hard. White on blue, blue pants, perfect. Glad we're on the same page. 4 wild card games down, 2 to go. The San Francisco 49ers are one of, I think, 3 teams who have not yet played in a playoff game this OFL cycle. Well, here they are. Danny and the Niners have been dragged into the playoffs with help by, ironically, the Dreadnoughts, who beat the Desperados last week to ensure that San Francisco could get this spot. And now the Niners are going to look to beat the team who helped them. The Dreadnoughts have been consistently one of the best teams in the league over the past few seasons. Obviously, they made the OFL Bowl a couple years ago against the Bills and lost because Trayvon Diggs is that guy. Niners with a quick touchdown. Dreadnoughts answer back, tied at 7. Wearing all black because this is our funeral. I mean, you guys are hanging in there so far. Now both defenses have woken up. Still 7-7. We've got ourselves a ball game. Into the third. Dreadnoughts get the ball, march down the field, score a touchdown. And they had the ball at the 8-yard line to start the fourth, up by 7. And they get in. Derrick Henry makes it 21-7. Now the Niners need a big drive, and they get one. Okay, I think we send this drive since the Dreadnoughts are winning. If they don't score, I think is when we hop in. Browning loses 3. They get 9. 3rd and 4, incomplete. They can kick, though. They're up by 10. It's a 10-point game with 5 minutes left. Do we hop in or do we sim? They are down by 2 possessions. Sim. Hop. 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 Hop it is. So San Antonio appears to be in a pretty good spot. And so far, I'm kind of just realizing every higher-seeded team has won so far. The Dreadnoughts are looking to keep the division winners winning streak up to 5-0. Niners don't exactly have time on their side. They still have 4:20. Blaze it. Down by 10. They're not out of it. Pope downfield. Big throw for DJ Moore to the 41. Let's watch them try to complete a 5% chance comeback. If they do come back, then you're joining my OFL 24 division. How about that? They're not afraid to still run the ball despite not having the clock on their side. And I guess on that play it worked. They got the first down, but they've got to keep moving fast. Time is of the essence. Pope, incomplete, good defense. It looked like he was going to be open, but then the 2 defensive backs quickly swarm him right as he's about to catch the ball. Gain of 2. Not a great play there. Got to get out of bounds. Clock is moving. 3rd and 8. They clearly don't believe time is of the essence. Nearly sacked. And he's incomplete. So this play is probably actually, they might kick. Yeah, they are. I think this is the right call. Do you think you're going to complete the 4th and 8? I don't know. I think this is the right move. Kick is good. Niners down by 7. Now the question is, do you go for the onside or do you kick it off? I would feel a lot more comfortable kicking off because, well, this game does not exactly have a high onside hit rate. Tanny needs to bring back Trace McSorley. Throw it on a dime. So let's see if the Desperado... Not the Desperado. It's Season 5. How am I still getting these 2 teams mixed up? Let's see if the Dreadnoughts can finish off the game. Brandon Staley says go for it. Brandon Staley says, ni hao, welcome to Walmart. Flag. That's going to be a hold, I think. Hurts throws it away. Yeah, I think you got to accept it. Even though declining it would make it 2nd down, you got to push him back 10 yards. I think that's the bigger advantage, yeah. So now, the Dreadnoughts have a lot more field they have to get through. Derrick Henry makes up 7. He's had himself a big day, it looks like. I think that's it, 3 touchdowns. I would have sacked him if that was my team against the Dreads. I betcha. Second and 13. 2-minute warning. Niners did not call a timeout there. I imagine they will here. Henry breaks a tackle. Nearly gets the first. He gets 12. Big run for the King. And it's 3rd and 1. Biggest play of the game thus far. And one of the biggest plays of the entire stream up to this point. 3rd and 1 at the 35. He's got it. Not by much, but he got it. And now the Dreadnoughts are in a good spot. Up by 7 with a first down, and the Niners only have 1 timeout to show for it. Henry, good run, gets 5. First down officially ends it for good here. Stopping Henry is not an easy task, indeed. Even as he's older, he's still very effective as he gets 2. Now 3rd and 3. If they get the stop, they're going to have probably like 30 seconds with the ball, which is a lot better than not getting the ball at all. Henry doesn't get it. He only gets maybe 1.5. They're not even going to have 30 seconds. They're going to have like, at best, 20. Peep that the Chargers won. Yes, you guys will host us in the second round. That was not a good punt. So now, presumably, Justin Pope can get this ball kind of close to the end zone. I don't think he can throw 80 yards, but, you know, something wacky happens. Obviously, pass interference, very much in play. They have to go Hail Mary, though. What is he doing? They will have enough time here with 17 seconds. Maybe that's not the worst decision. He should spike it. Why don't they spike it? That's not a Hail Mary. What are you doing? Jesus Christ. Alrighty, the Dreadnoughts, not the Desperados, goddamn. The Dreadnoughts beat the Niners 24-17 because these teams do not know how to play call here at the end of the game. Instead of lobbing it for the end zone, he goes up the middle of the field with no timeouts. EA disaster class. All right, Josh McDaniels, there's 10 seconds left. What do we call? Good fight here from San Francisco, but unfortunately for them, they fall short despite a pretty good game from Justin Pope, who I would say was better than Jalen Hurts, but Pope made about as boneheaded of a throw as you can make. So, yeah. All home teams have won. Bodes well for us. It sure does. Derrick Henry, 3 touchdowns. Beast on the ground. Brock Bowers, 69 yards. Nice. Bengal legend. Who dey? A lot of sacks, it looks like. 2 for JT Tuimoloau. If I was the head coach, we would have scored on the punt. The punt went out of bounds. I don't see how you'd score. Every coach is Mike McCarthy. Yeah, that's the Cowboys coach who doesn't know how to manage the clock. Every team here is Mike McCarthy. At least it's like evened out, though. Greg Dortch had a 60... Wait, hold on. Did he actually? Okay, that's the wrong button, but we can still check this way. Oh, damn! He did! Good for Greg. Good for Greg. All right, 5 wild card games down. 1 to go. So now the random number generator is going to decide if we just simulate through the week or if we actually simcast. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, Nick. We have to simcast. Number generator lands on 2. That's Columbus. The home team division winners are 5-0. Let's see if Columbus can keep the streak going. The Explorers have made the playoffs once this OFL cycle. That was Season 3, in which they lost to Dallas in the 4-5 game. And as fate has it, 2 years later, that exact same matchup is back. So I guess we can pick the Explorers jerseys. Dallas wants normal white, so I guess we'll let the Explorers wear this reddish, maroonish color. Do we have them wear black pants or red pants? I think this is the play. This is hard. Any complaints? Hope just wanted to say he was in the playoffs. I mean, he made it in before Hector Masterclass. 400 touchdowns. 400 touchdowns. Jeez, that is a masterclass. Oh, wait, no, that did say 400. Wait. 400 touchdowns, 98% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns. Something's wrong. Change the Columbus shoes. That's a good idea. There's gotta be... Why is their primary color blue? What? There's no blue on this team. I don't think we can make them red. That sucks. What's the next best option? Black? There's no shade of blue on that team. Exactly. The outline of the logo is black, not blue. And an outline shouldn't be the main color to begin with. Anyway, Final game of the wild card round, the Cowboys and the Explorers. We'll see if Dallas can be the first and only wild card team to win, or if the Explorers can keep it going for all the division champs. The Cowboys' last playoff game was the OFL Bowl last year, in which they won, right? They were up by, oh wow, safety. They were up by 7 with a few minutes ago. There's no way they choked it. Oh wait, they did. So it's 2-0 after the first quarter. A lot of offense, it looks like. Dallas with a touchdown. Columbus adds a field goal. Dallas with another touchdown. Explorers answer with 3. So the Cowboys are in a good spot here going into the second half. Up by 13. Make it 19. Yeah, they're good. Oh, they're definitely good. Running up the score on Columbus. The Cowboys win it 42-6. So with that, our second round matchups in the NFC will be the number 1 seeded Philadelphia Eagles against their division rival, the Dallas Cowboys, while we get San Antonio versus Seattle part 3, I think. The Texans are definitely better than their record suggests for the sole purpose that Sean Tucker is going to be back. So yes. If Columbus wins this, flight is going back to Columbus. Wow, Hector, masterclass, am I right? Joe Burrow didn't even play that well. Well, I mean, other than the interceptions, it looks like he was pretty good, but flight literally took us out the playoffs. That is true. Hector took them out the playoffs. Nick Chubb with a very big game. Nick Chubb and Josh Jacobs really battling for this Offensive Player of the Year. Both of them were maybe the 2 best offensive players across the playoffs, although Pierre Strong was the leading receiver. Okay. 69 and a tub for Zakai Ross. Lot of sacks. That's 9. Good God. 3 for TJ Watt, 3 for Alex Highsmith, 2 for Aaron Donald, 1 for Kyle Hamilton, and nothing for the Explorers. If it was me, I would have gone 200 rushing yards, 10 for 10 passes, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, and still a loss. Wouldn't have been enough. Is Chubb hurt? That's a great question. Somebody's hurt for the Explorers. David Montgomery. What about Chubb? No, but Armani Goodwin is. I don't know how Pierre Strong got the ball that many times, though. That is kind of weird. So no major surprises in the first round. I would say these would have been the 6 teams that would have been favored, and they all won. So now we move into the divisional. Chargers, Bengals, Bills, Texans, Cowboys, Eagles, Dreadnought, Seahawks. All of these teams have made it this far except for one. There's a polar bear up here in Philadelphia. I'll make sure Tucker is starting. He should have been catapulted up anyway, but we can double check. You never know with EA. And I'll make sure he's to the other 2 running back spots as well. Yep. If I make the OFL Bowl, I'm going to be spamming the KG meme. Good. Good. Make sure Lawler is playing. There he is. Mr. Lawler. What team is Bobby? Bobby Moss-Jones is on the 49ers, who just lost. Anything's possible. All right, random number generator. Let us decide. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 4. Ooh, interesting. The Dreadnoughts and the Seahawks is where we're going to start things off. And the second roll, it lands on 1. That is Seattle. I'm here to see C-Mill's Cinderella story. That would be fun if a 7-win team goes on a big run. And they have beaten the Bills in the playoffs before. And for our sake, I kind of hope they do it again. 90s uniforms. That's the wrong controller. There we go. I think the Blues are far enough apart to where the Dreadnoughts can probably wear blue, unless Hobie wants white. I feel like the blue pants are probably the move regardless. The number generator is saving us for last again. Best for last. Look at it that way. What are the 90s? That's yeah. Let's take a look at that. If they're even here, they're not even here. They had the 2000s aways, the Sean Alexander jerseys. Yeah, no, we're sticking with the 90s. Ugh, I don't know about that. There we go. Why aren't the 90s away jerseys even in the game, though? That's weird. Oh, well. I'm good with whatever. Perfect. I think the Blues are going to be far enough apart to where we should be able to tell the difference between the two teams just fine. So, I don't think it'll be an issue. The Dreadnoughts coming off a close win against San Francisco. And the Seahawks are coming off a close win against the Geagles. These two teams meet up for, I think, the third time in the playoffs. You guys have split, right? The Dreadnoughts won the NFC Championship meeting, and Seattle won the 14-0 game. What a fun matchup that was. And these two teams didn't play last year because, well, Seattle got first rounded. So they've split. This is the matchup to decide who has the upper hand. As the winner has a spot in the NFC Championship. Both teams have made it to the conference championship quite a few times. That's the wrong button. We're not watching. The NFC playoffs decides who's the best bird team as well. That's true. Are we going to get... Oh, fumble. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. We were supposed to simulate the kickoff. Oh, he's down anyway. Is he? Hold on. Okay. Is that even fair? We were supposed to simulate the kickoff. I don't think it would have happened in sim. Let's have a vote. That might have not even been a fumble. Let's see if it's a fumble before we even figure out what we're going to do. Because I don't even know if he was down. Yeah, that's not even a fumble. Yeah, see? It's fine. Okay. Alright, we might as well just keep it going. It's not even a fumble. It's fine. We can stick it through. Seattle starts at the 18 instead of the 22. Wait, why are we still in slow? I thought I fixed it. Okay, this play isn't overly eventful. We can keep it. That's fine. Sorry, guys. I thought it was on fast. Alright, now we're good. Oh, that was fast. Literally. Pun intended. Get it, because we're on fast mode? Okay, it looks like the Dreadnoughts had the edge. They lead 7-3. Is that... Whose 12 is that? That's their 12. Seahawks take the lead. Dreadnoughts get back. Seattle takes the lead back. And they had a field goal. Big second quarter for the Seahawks. A lot more offense than both of the other times these two teams have played each other in the playoffs. Into the third quarter. Okay, now there's no offense. I almost kind of want to hop in now. See, San Antonio has it at the Seattle 34, down by 6. I almost feel like we should just jump in right now. I didn't even think of the QB swap storyline. You're right. Not only is that the Bird matchup, but those two teams traded quarterbacks. Okay, everyone agrees we should hop in. Good. Glad we're on the same page. So the Dreadnoughts are down by 6. They had the ball at the opposing 34 with a first down. Touchdown would put them up by 1. There's 9 minutes. Yeah, but this is going to be a fun 9 minutes, so it's worth it. This is cinema. Exactly. Hurts, short throw for Jefferson. He gets 2. And now they have it in the red zone. Pick 6 in the next 3 plays. I'm watching out for J.C. Jackson. I would not put it past him. Henry only gets 1. Much quieter day for Derrick Henry. Seattle's front unit has done a good job with him. And so now it's a 3rd and 7. They're going to run the ball. Henry breaks a tackle, has a first, and he's gone. The king has entered his castle. It's a Derrick Henry touchdown, and the Dreadnoughts are going to take the lead. Yeah, this offense is ridiculous. Derrick Henry, Justin Jefferson, Kyle Pitts, Brock Bowers, Juju Smith-Schuster. There might be someone I'm missing on top of that. No clue why you guys ran it, but it worked, especially when the run game hasn't really worked all day. Keenan Allen, that's what I forgot. Goddamn, that team is ridiculous. They're not as strong defensively as you can imagine, but still pretty good on that side of the ball. And, of course, Jalen Hurts. They don't have Aaron Jones, though. Because, well, they upgraded. And now here returns the Seahawks. Down by 1. It's a Bryce Young legacy drive. Why does Antonio Gibson look so big? Is he, like, really that big? He looks like he's 6'3". Obviously, he's not. He's not, like, tiny, but he looks giant. I can't be the only one who notices that. He looks like he's 6'3", 230 pounds. He looks like he's Derrick Henry. Bryce Young legacy drive, bathroom break. We know how this ends. He's 6'1". He's 6'1", but he's not built like a tank. Maybe it's because he's standing next to Bryce Young. That might be why. Sidearm slinging it. He's 220? I had no idea he was that big. Is he actually? He's 220? I would have guessed he's like 200. Oh my goodness, he is 6'2", 220. Wow. Did not know he was that big. You learn something new every day, guys. Did not realize he was 220. There's TJ Hawkinson. He gets 6. And all Seattle needs is a field goal to take the lead, being that they're down by 1. Back to Gibson. Looks like he's Randy Moss out there. Gets it to the 33. Check down. Well, sometimes check downs are the way to go. If the receiver has open room, why force it deep? Bryce Young's done everything right so far on this drive. Gibson, first down. Into the red zone at the 17. And now Seattle's question is, how do you manage the clock? Because presumably bearing a turnover, you should score. There's no question. You don't want the Dreadnoughts to have too much time, especially if you only get a field goal. Why did they run to the outside? That might be the best toss play I've ever seen in Madden 23, and that play was still a disaster. Short throw for Gibson. He's been the guy on this drive. Breaking tackles. That's actually a really nice play. EA College Football 24 will bring back Team Builder. Thank God. Rare EAW. 3rd and 6. Bryce Young under pressure. Fumble! Ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by the defense. Danielle Hunter with the strip sack on 3rd down. Wow. That ball is clearly out, too. Not a question. Nope, that's a fumble. He was not in the process of throwing it. So that call is going to stand. A massive play by Danielle Hunter, who's been one of the best defensive players in the league over the last really 2 to 3 seasons, makes the biggest play of the game. Why are they throwing it? You have Derrick Henry. He's lucky he didn't go out of bounds. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Can the Dreads finish off the job? Here's King Henry. He's a yard shy. And so now it's 3rd and 1. Back to Henry. He's stuffed immediately. Wow, what a play. Who was that? That looked like Jeffrey Simmons, but I didn't see like a superstar thing under him. Regardless, giant play for Seattle. The door is back wide open for the Seahawks. Try telling you, we know what Bryce Young legacy drive ends. He doesn't have that X factor. Well, guess what? He's going to have another chance. Here's a nice punt return by Tyreek Hill to the 26. Get out, Alex. What did I do? Anyway, Bryce Young has it at the 26. All they need is a field goal. He has 101 seconds and a timeout. The fumble was advanced clock management. Bryce Young did that on purpose. Now the Dreadnoughts aren't going to have a drive to win the game. Who is Hobie's top corner? I think Charvarius Ward. I don't think they have anyone higher than him. Second and inches. Lucky for Seattle, he was out of bounds, so they get to move leisurely. Back to Gibson. Seemingly his 10th catch of the quarter. And so far, the short passing game is working. Up the middle! Big first down to the 38. They're getting close to field goal range. Bryce looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Is Ward still normal in Madden 24? He better not be. Knowing EA, I wouldn't be surprised. They don't really update the dev traits. Ooh, risky throw. They're not like in comfortable field goal range, though. I don't mind a short play here to get yourselves clearly in field goal range. Yeah, I don't hate that. Well, actually, I do hate it because it didn't work. They got one. This is a 54-yard kick. Why are the Dreadnoughts not calling a timeout? I get you're winning and you want to like chew clock if he misses it. You got to call the time. You have 3. 54-yarder to keep the game alive. End the season. He got it. Wow, I didn't think he was going to make it. Rodrigo, Four Eyes Blankenship puts Seattle ahead. And this is exactly why the Dreadnoughts should have called the timeout. They have 10 seconds. They just have to heat it deep, which, again, with this game, who knows? Okay, that was Jeffrey Simmons who would have made the last play because now he's in the zone. 7 seconds for all the marbles. You can't allow a pass interference. That's not even... He's looking for, like, the sideline. It's caught. No, it's not caught. It's dropped. And that'll do it! The Seattle Seahawks hang on by a thread. What a game! And the Seahawks are going to the NFC Championship. Seattle's made it twice in OFL 24. This is their 3rd trip. They lost in Season 2 to Dallas. They lost in Season 3 to the Dreadnoughts. They get back at San Antonio. Maybe they'll get an opportunity to get back at Dallas as well. I cannot believe that game. Wow, that was wild. Both teams had chances. Bryce Young with the fumble, but then the Seahawks get the stop. They drill a 54-yard field goal, and the Dreadnoughts stupidly hold on to their timeouts for no good reason. Bryce Young was pretty solid. Jalen Hurts was fine. Clock management disaster class. Who would have guessed it? Gibson only caught 5 passes. All 5 of them had to have been in the 4th quarter. 3 sacks for Danielle Hunter, including the strip sack, which I thought at the time was going to end the game. Obviously, it did not. That's so far the game of the playoffs. Quite the battle. But Seattle survives. All right. 1, 2, 3. Please be 2. 1! The Bills and the Texans is next. And then it lands on 2, so we will use her Buffalo. Could have ended the game if Alex Kappa didn't sell. That is true. Yeah, absolutely. If Derrick Henry gets that first down, I think the The Dreadnoughts would have won. For sure. But he missed the block. Jeffrey Simmons comes flying in the backfield. All right, Houston, I'm going to need a favor from you guys. I don't want to go to Buffalo. Don't make us go back. Please, for the love of God. All right, what jerseys would we like? A 7-win AFC Championship representative would be so fitting with how the AFC has been this year. All reds, 90s helmets. Bang. I agree with MP. Well, you better talk to the number generator, not me. Red, white, Red Sox. Like white jerseys? So, alternate helmet. That's right. Okay. Good. Oh, white pants. Hold on. White pants. Red Sox. There we go. That's not white. Okay. There we go. I think we know what's about to happen. Well, they got to beat the 14-3 Eagles first. If that's the game you're referring to. Who beat Dallas twice this year, by the way. Is it snowing? It's not snowing. Okay, well, I guess that's good news for the Texans. The one thing scarier than playing in the Bill Stadium is playing in the Bill Stadium with snow. So the Buffalo Bills are looking to cap off OFL 23 to tie the Niners as the greatest dynasty the league has ever seen. They've won 2 consecutive OFL Bowls. Their last playoff loss was back in Season 2 here in Buffalo to the Houston Texans. Can Houston, at 7-10, with Sean Tucker back in the lineup for the first time since like week 3, upset Buffalo and go to the AFC Championship for what, a third time, I think? Yeah, it would be their third trip. Can I take my coach? You can take it back. Why not? No one else has the Chargers for right now. I didn't give anybody new jobs since we were pretty much at the end of the cycle. Quick score for the Bills. Great. But the Texans are responding with a field goal. Buffalo leads 7-3. Bills add a touchdown. Texans with a field goal. Bills' offense is producing, though. Texans are hanging in there, as it's an 11-point game. For OFL 24, too. I mean, I can't promise you're the Chargers, but if you want to coach for OFL 24, we can make a switch. Because I would pick you over one of the random new people. So if you want to, go ahead. Just follow the team application, whatchamacallit, the list of teams, and then you're pretty much all set. Bills had another touchdown. Texans get back, though. Texans with a field goal. Okay, Houston's down by 8. It's a 3rd and 4 to start the 4th. Do we hop in the game now? Put me in SG's division. Well, if you want that, there's the division form, which you can list out if there are any specific coaches like him who you would like to share a division with. Yeah, everyone says hop. I agree. 3rd and 4. Houston, need you here. Down by 8 at the 46. Lamar up the middle. Good throw for a first down. Risky throw, nearly intercepted. Instead, it's another first down to the 15. I believe that's Ben Mixon. No, that's Lawler. Yeah, that's Zach Lawler who makes the play. And Houston's got it in the red zone. Kevin's not really delaying the process. We could make a quick flip. I don't think it would take much time off of our decision process. We'd be fine. I'm sad we didn't get the All Reds versus the All Reds. Who's who? 2nd and 6. Lamar's going to run with it. I think he got the first. They will give it to him now at the 5. Now keep in mind, the Texans still would need a touchdown and a 2-point to tie it. Here's Sean Tucker. Welcome back, Mr. Tucker. He's had a solid day. 14 for 64 and a score. I mean, the Reds aren't that different. They're both pretty bright. Reveal teams during we're doing awards then. We might do teams before that. We might do teams after that. But awards is halftime of the OFL Bowl, like always. 3rd and goal. Lamar's under pressure. On the run. Got it! Wow, I did not think that was going to work. Ben Mixon with the touchdown and a 2-point conversion can tie it up. I thought he was going to throw it away. And now they're going to have to go for 2. Looking to tie the game up at 31. Sean Tucker's wide open. He was wide open. What are you doing? He was wide open in the flat. At least they scored a touchdown, though. Could have been a lot worse. But let's do teams at the halftime of the Super Bowl. Now you're on to something. We'll do teams in like a month and a half. Perfect. Why go for 2? Because they're down by 2. It's 31-29. Need a stop like I need air. Facts. Will Anderson, traitor. So the Bills are still in the driver's seat. They still have the lead. Defense, I'm going to need you to hold up here. Please. Please. Defense, need you. Jonathan Taylor, first down. Reading is hard. I agree. Back to Taylor. Doesn't get much. Rashawn Gary and Devin White bring him down. 2nd and 10. Isaiah Thomas looks short. Is caught out of bounds. This is the biggest play of the game right here. 3rd down and 9. Can the Texans defense clutch up and make a play? Isaiah Thomas under pressure goes downfield. It's incomplete. Matthias Zerberg was in the backfield sending a lot of pressure. The Texans get the stop. They'll get the ball back down by 2. We nearly get a water punt, but it goes in the end zone. The momentum bar has not shifted since we got into the game. Why is that? Everything has gone well for the Texans since we hopped in, and it has not moved. Bills devil luck. Lamar downfield, wide open is Zach Lawler to the 41. That's a good start for the Texans. And all they need is a field goal to take the lead. I'm sure they would love more than a field goal. If the Bills have time with the ball, you got to assume they're going to leave it all out there. But Lamar Jackson looks really good as he finds, I think, the fullback to the 41. They're already close to field goal range. This might be the first time really all season that I'm fearful for the Buffalo Bills. Not even when they were 5-5 halfway through the year. Now. And they're definitely in field goal range. Ben Mixon to the 29. Houston, I beg of you, be smart with the damn clock. They may be 7-10, but they're red hot. They have won 3 in a row after losing 6 in a row. But that's besides the point. Lamar up the middle. Big throw for Kittle. Run the clock down and chew. There's no reason to move fast. All right, cool. 2-minute warning. Did the Texans already beat the Bills this year? I feel like they did. In this stadium, and they might do it again. Now, they're still losing. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But the Texans are in a good spot. 1st and goal. Sean Tucker does not get much. Why are the Bills not... Why are you going no huddle? Chew the clock. 2nd and goal. Lamar for the end zone. No way. Do not catch it. Oh my God. The Texans just dodged such a bullet. Jesus. 3rd and goal. Yeah, just run the ball. Make them burn a timeout. Or not. Okay, that works too. Why are they not calling time? Do teams not know you're supposed to call time in this situation? Did they not learn from San Antonio? So the Bills are only going to be down 1, and they're going to have all 3 timeouts with like a minute, and all they're going to need is a field goal. Not a bad spot to be in if you're the Bills. Houston does make the kick. Defense, please. I'm not getting my hopes up here. But the Texans do with the lead. Not calling the timeouts could be smart. You got to call that 1. They would still have 2 left with like a minute and a half. I would choose the 40 seconds over another timeout easily. Good kick return. What's happened so far? So, all the higher seeded teams won, except for Dallas in the first round, and then the Seahawks have beaten the Dreadnoughts. And now the Texans all of a sudden get all the momentum. Well, that's not insignificant. Let's see if that proves to be a factor. Isaiah Thomas goes downfield on the first play of the drive. It's incomplete. Tre'Davious White with the deflection. A field goal has been made in Buffalo. When did Dallas lose? They did not lose. They may lose in like 5 minutes, but not yet. Thomas with a strike. He's inbounds. That's Devin Wilcox. Does he know? All in his mind. That's a big play because it stops the clock, although they still have 3. They need like 25 yards here. And there is 9. And they finally use a timeout. Can Buffalo complete the comeback? They've had crazier games. Remember the New England one 2 years ago? That was brutal. Oh, they're getting close to the 44 now. They're getting close. Harrison Butker has made kicks from this range in the playoffs. A sack here would be pretty big, or obviously a turnover, as it's incomplete out of bounds with 22 seconds. The Bills always find a way. They absolutely do. That's why I'm not excited. I'm not getting myself excited here. I wouldn't be excited if I was the Bills either, simply because you're still losing. Short throw only gets 5. It would be a 56-yard field goal from here. 3rd and 5. They're going to run the ball. This is literally like a 50-50 kick. 55 yards. Harrison Butker is one of the best kickers in the league, for what it's worth. He's made kicks from longer than here before. This is literally 50-50, as the Texans call a timeout to ice the kicker. Buffalo's consecutive OFL Bowl wins streak is on the line with 11 seconds. Can the 7-win Texans shock the world and beat the dynasty? Butker's kick looks good. He drilled it. Holy smokes. He could have made that from 75. And the Bills lead by 2 with 7 seconds. This is why I didn't get excited. Yeah, Harrison Butker is pretty good. In case you didn't know, guys. Please don't return it. Why is he returning it? Both games have come down to a field goal. A lawn field goal, which both have been made. 4 seconds left. It's Hail Mary time. Don't do what Jalen Hurts did, Lamar. Please. Please. Houston season. Why are you throwing it to the 50? And the Buffalo Bills survive again. 34-32. The Bills will host the AFC Championship against either the Chargers or the Bengals. The Bills are the team that can and will. They always find a way. They always find a way to finish the job. If the Bills can beat the Texans, does that mean we can beat the Bills? I don't know. Probably not. I'm just trying to cope. Lamar Jackson did play really well. I feel like the Texans could have managed that last drive a little bit better at the end. They still scored. As for the Bills, they made it close. They've done that often throughout the playoffs in this OFL cycle, but they always find ways to win. They always do. Even when it doesn't look like it. Such as the divisional round game against New England 2 years ago. Such as the OFL Bowl last year. They shouldn't have won that game, but they did. They find ways to do it. And now it's time for the chosen one, Daniel Godley. I don't like our chances, guys. I'm not going to join you in the Daniel Godley hype up. We still have to beat the Chargers. Your only chance of winning is Godley has the game of his life. I mean, that's going to be hard to do because he's had some incredible games. Oh, God. All right, so the Bills are moving on. Seattle's moving on. 2 more to go. Has anybody told you how sexy it is? Okay. All righty. Give me a 1. It lands on 2. So we'll start with the Eagles and the Cowboys, and it lands on 2 again. That's the Eagles. We win even when T-Law is bad. And we've seen T-Law win some playoff games where he's performed like garbage. So it would not be the first time. Normal whites, what do we want for the Eagles? Because I don't think Nick and Nader's present. We can go green, we can go black, we can go Kelly green. What is the move? One for Kelly green, 1 for black, 2 for Kelly. I'm down for some Kelly green. 1 for normal green. We did our job, now you do yours. Another for Kelly. Looks like we're rolling with Kelly. The Philadelphia Eagles have never won a playoff game in OFL 23. Not one. They're here in the divisional round by virtue of finishing with the best record in the league at 14-3. 2 of those wins came against the Dallas Cowboys, a team who has generally beaten the Eagles throughout this OFL cycle. The Eagles swept them in the regular season, but the important meeting is this one. If the Eagles win, they will host Seattle. If the Cowboys win, they will travel to Seattle for the NFC Championship. Will we get Dallas and Seattle Part 3, or will it be the biggest birds battling it out? Philadelphia starts with a field goal. They lead 3-0. Dallas adds a field goal. Dallas adds a touchdown. Eagles add a touchdown. Dallas gets one right back, and the Eagles get one right back. 17-17 into the third. Cowboys take the lead. Cowboys add to the lead. Dallas is in an awfully good spot. They're up by 14, and they had the ball on the Philadelphia 14. And they're now up by 21. Yeah, this game's over. Remember when it was 17-17 at halftime? Because I do. Dallas and Seattle, Part 3. The biggest rivalry in OFL 23 gets one more battle in the NFC Championship. The number 1 seeded Philadelphia Eagles are out. 14 wins in the regular season, just to go one and done in the playoffs again. Patrick Mahomes, 3 interceptions, not ideal, while Joe Burrow played quite well. Nick Chubb, low yards per carry, but he did score 3 touchdowns. 2.5 sacks for TJ Watt. He had 3 in the last game, didn't he? And then interceptions for Lattimore, Newsome, and Kyle Hamilton. All right, now it's time for the last game. Oh, Lord. Surely this won't end poorly. The Bengals and the Chargers, a team who we lost to just 2 weeks ago in Week 18 with the 1 seed. on the line. As the number generator lands on 2, that is the Chargers. If it's IT versus Trevor, that would be kind of funny. Let's hope it doesn't happen, though. Bills-Bengals is a bigger rivalry, but how much is it really a rivalry? Rivalries are supposed to be two-sided. Currently, it's not two-sided. Unfortunately. Kevin, what would you like to wear? I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I'm expecting to win, and then I expect to lose to the Bills. But we could very well lose this game, as we could very well beat the Bills if we win. I'm good with whatever. Okay, so we saw the whites last time. Do we want baby blue, dark blue, or extra dark blue? Normal homes are fine. Okay, baby blue it is. I feel like we have to just stick with the all-white. Baby blue on yellow. Yes, that's a good call. Is it the home option? It is. Are we good with this? Very aesthetically pleasing game. Extra dark blue. Okay, navy. Good choice as well. The Chargers have plenty of good choices, so it works out. The Chargers were one of the 5 teams that I listed I would like for OFL 24. Imagine if this was like a passing of the torch. I lose to the Chargers and then I become the Chargers. That would be pretty funny. Maybe I'm not even the Chargers, though, so it doesn't even matter. Or maybe it does. Who knows? I know. You guys don't, but I do. With a spot in the AFC Championship in Buffalo on the line, will we get Bills and Bengals Part 3, or will we get the Trevor Lawrence revenge game? Seahawks-Cowboys is a rivalry because me and Nick are not only tied, but we also actively dislike each other's teams. I can confirm that Aki didn't get... Yeah, I'm not active enough or good enough. The Seahawks and Cowboys were only one of the NFC Championships. Not quite all 5. That would imply Seattle's probably made it out of the NFC before, which they have not. All right, here we go. I'm scared. Not good. Good, good. That looks like a long pass from Daniel Godley. 7-3. Okay. Not a bad start. Let's keep it going. Good. 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 Not good. All right, still 24-10. Good half. Do not put the pedal off the metal yet. Jesus Christ. We were up like 20. Were we up 24-3? Hold on. I think we were up 24-3. Ugh. All right, there's 9 minutes left. The game is tied. The Chargers have it at hour 30. I say we hop in. I'm scared. Oh, God. Oh, it's 3rd and 16. Okay, that does make me feel a lot better. Why are we wearing the orange helmets? I don't know. Regardless, defense, please. I beg. Pass rush. Let's see it. You have got to be kidding me. The Chargers bring it to the 7. Alvin Kamara with the biggest play of the game so far. We will never let it down if you blow. This is nothing compared to 28-0 if we lose. You can't hurt me. Flag, please be a hold. Please. Please. Hold. Hold. Oh, God. That's not a hold. That's a roughing the passer. Jesus. Fanu Olorosu, the rookie. Brings him into the 2. Awesome. It's a pitch. Okay, that's good. He loses a yard. Let's keep it going. I think the last time the Chargers made the playoffs, they lost to us in the divisional. So this is kind of a revenge game for them. And it's a revenge game for us since they beat us 2 weeks ago. Fullback dive doesn't work with Payne Durham. 3rd and goal at the 3. Hold them. I don't like our chances, especially if they throw it, which I think they will. Please run the ball. Please. It is a throw. Trevor Lawrence under pressure from Garrett. Throws it away. Good stuff. Okay, so the defense holds up. They get the stop. And the Chargers are going to take the lead with a field goal. The only way it gets worse if 28-0 is repeated or worsened. Yeah. Not even worsened. Just 28-0 exactly. This app is terrible. You're not wrong. I traded all this up to get Daniel Godley for a reason. It's time to show it now. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly with Daniel Godley, but none of it matters if he plays well over these next 2.5 games. And so far, he's been pretty good throughout the playoffs. When's the last time he played Trevor Lawrence where the stakes were this high? Probably the Season 3 AFC Championship, in which Matt Corral got sacked about 20 times. Josh Jacobs has been stuffed today. Yikes. Chargers run defense is having themselves a day. Is 28-0 the biggest OFL bowl blowout? Probably. 2nd and 9, play action. Godley, good throw. Isaiah Likely with the play, and it looks like Godley's having overall a fairly solid game. Completion percentage a little low, but high yards per throw. No turnovers yet. That's the O point. Nick Chubb had under 4 yards a carry last game. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But yeah, it has been tough sledding on the ground. 2nd and 10, under 6 to go. He had 3 touchdowns. Wow. Congrats on punching it in from the 3-yard line, buddy. Godley, good throw. Devontae Adams to the 46. We're probably about 12 yards shy of field goal range. I don't want a field goal, but, push comes to shove. That may come up. Play action. Short throw. Good play. Is that the Alabama tight end who I drafted? Aiden Kara something? Carnahan, yes. Aiden Carnahan. Will put the Bengals pretty much into field goal range. Pat Surtain revenge game. You're right. I didn't even think of that. Wasn't Derwin James on the Chargers too? Yes, he was. So it's for Surtain and Derwin James revenge game. Good call. All right, that's cool. Jacobs gets about 5. Doing his best Nick Chubb impression. Let's be smart with the clock. No stupid plays. That's all I ask, Daniel. Good. I think they're going to give him the first, yes. Glenn Hyde is hurt. Oh, he's the right guard. Okay. Not ideal, but it could be worse. Do the Chargers still have Kenneth Murray? I believe they do. Yeah, it's the Kenneth Murray revenge game as well. A lot of familiar faces. All right, there's a good play. Deshaun Groves gets 7. Assuming our game versus Seattle is watched, it will. You don't have to simcast any more games, Nick. Congratulations. Raheem Haxon revenge game. There's another. He's still on the Chargers, too. Go to Jacobs. Go to Jacobs. Good. Good read. Good throw. He was down. Okay, he picked it up anyway. How did the Chargers not get that ball? There was 4 guys around it. I think he was down anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But how did they not pick up the ball? Is Baron Browning? Yep, Baron Browning. There's another. He was 1,000% down. Okay. Are they not reviewing it because it was actually a fumble or because it's meaningless? That was not a fumble. Not that it matters. We might have dodged a bullet. I don't know. Throw it away. Good. The panics under pressure trait not coming into play there. Good. The latter, I don't remember which one I said second, but that definitely was not a fumble. 3rd and goal. I do not want a field goal. Please do not run the ball. Throw it. I trust you, 8. Throw the ball. Godley's under pressure. He's going to get sacked. Breaks the sack. You had room. I don't think he got the touchdown, but he had room. Okay, at least we get points. That could have been worse. All right, I can live with that. At least he didn't make a bad throw. He had rushing room, but I don't think he would have had enough room to get the touchdown. So I can live with that. 2-14. Putting it back onto the defense. Can Trevor Lawrence shock the world and lead the Chargers to the AFC Championship? Godley complete. Not really. I mean, he broke the sack. There wasn't anybody to the right side. He could have thrown it across his body. In hindsight, he should have ran it, but I don't think he would have gotten it. So this way, he doesn't risk like a fumble or anything. So I don't hate the play. They're going to start with the run to Kamara. Breaks a tackle. Good play by Alvin. He gets 5. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. It's anybody's game. 27-27. We have had an absolutely wild divisional round. 2 games coming down to the wire already. Another one here in San Diego. I thought he missed that throw at first, but it is caught for a first down. Trevor's having a great day for what it's worth. Pressure. That's not enough pressure. Instead, that's a downfield shot that it's incomplete. Patrick Surtain with the deflection. Josh Allen did get to the backfield by the end of that play, though, so shout out Josh. 2nd and 10. Pressure. Why are we rushing 3? If you're going to rush 3, make sure everybody's covered. 3rd and 2. Short throw. Yeah, he got it. Damn. Clock's at 1:14. They're probably 15 yards away from field goal range, maybe a little more. Wow, Axon's having a big game. 9 catches for 115. Chargers keep going short. And it's working. Read option. Why are we getting baited by Trevor Lawrence design runs? What is happening? You guys have Carlson? Oh, God. That's not good. There's 30 seconds. Oh, dear. I don't like our chances here. I do not like our chances whatsoever. They might as well just start running the ball. Oh, dear. Okay, there we go. Jalen Petrie, big tackle. Good. I still don't love our chances, but that's a big play. Now they're probably going to have to go back to throwing it, which they're not throwing it. I hope they keep running it. This is a 59-yard kick. Please tackle him. Ugh, okay. It would now be a 55-yarder. They're letting this clock go. We're not going to have any time with the ball. All right, 53. I don't want to look. Oh, he's going to make it. 53 is close enough. I don't think I can look. Why aren't we calling? Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't think I can look. Daniel Carlson from 53 for the game. Oh, yeah, he is superstar. It's over. He's not missing it. He got it. And there's definitely no seconds left. That'll do it. The Chargers are going to the AFC Championship. They defeat the Bengals 30-27. So Trevor Lawrence leads the boys down the field, and the Chargers prevail. So what, we had 3 game-winning field goals in the divisional round? Wow. Trevor Lawrence played great. Godley played well, too. He had 2 good plays. He did not have a bad playoff game. Good for him. The reason why we lost is because we couldn't run the ball. And he fumbled it. That's a fumble that didn't count. Never mind. Raheem Axon, talk about a revenge game. Holy smokes. Two sacks for Josh Allen. Nothing for anybody else. Josh Allen was legitimately our best defensive player this year. Offensive player of the year. Yeah, that's a fumble. Nick Chubb had 4 of those. Don't forget. So I think it does make the most sense to start with the Bills and the Chargers, and then we'll wrap up with the NFC watched game. Number generator lands on 1. We'll stick with the Chargers. It's good. It hurt your heart so bad. It damn right did. Jeez. All right. That's painful. Only one man can stop the Bills dynasty. Trevor, I need you here, bud. All red 90s helmets. Okay, easy enough. You can't lose in Buffalo if you don't play in Buffalo, guys. Can't lose to the Bills if you don't make it far enough. As for the Chargers, they don't have anything red, so you can pick anything you want here. Blue, white, dark blue, extra dark blue. Trevor Lawrence knows a thing or two about making the Bills lose. You're absolutely right. Can we get one more? The Bengals are undefeated in Buffalo games where they don't play in Buffalo. Yeah, you're right. We've never lost in Buffalo when we're not playing in Buffalo. That's going to be my OFL 23 takeaway. We never lost at the Bills when the game was in Buffalo. What do the whites with the yellow pants look like? I'm not as huge of a fan of this combo. Actually, I guess it looks kind of good. Do they have yellow socks by chance? 24-3 is the new 20. To be fair, it was was it even 24-3? Or did they score the latter? I don't remember. Hold on. Oops. I don't even know if it was actually technically 24-3. Oh no, it was. Never mind. They did score 10 quickly, and it was in the second quarter. White with yellow pants is cool. Little goofy. Yeah, I don't think they have yellow socks, though. So let's find out the AFC representative in the OFL Bowl. The top two seeds, the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers. The final game here in Buffalo. We never have to go back to this stadium. I, for one, will not miss this place. Can the Chargers continue a shocking Cinderella run after beating the Bengals? Can they do the impossible and defeat the Bills? Good start, Chargers. Bills get right back, though. 7-7. Or the San Diego... it's too confusing. Chargers better not get moved again next year. Bills take the lead. Bills add to the lead. Chargers get a touchdown, though, to end the half. Beating the Bengals is not... No, I mean like their run as a whole. Nobody would have expected this at the beginning of the season. Bills' offense has been awfully good today. Chargers are hanging tough. I think we keep simming. They're down by 14. We're going to keep on simulating. Oh, God. Yeah, this game is over. Put it this way. I would have rather had lost to the Chargers than lose to the Bills. So, if that loss was just to make sure we didn't lose to Buffalo, I can live with it. 3 in a row for the Buffalo Bills. They're going back to the OFL Bowl again. They're one game away from tying the OFL 29ers record of 3 consecutive championships. I would rather make the championship without making it at all, except if it entails losing to the Bills. Because we've done that way too much this year. But in general, yes, I would agree. This is the exception of the rule. Oh, God! Trevor Lawrence has generally struggled in playoff games here in Buffalo. Here you go again. 4 interceptions. So now the question... Wow, Raheem Axon's on fire. Raheem Axon winning an OFL Bowl would have been kind of funny. Shame it won't happen. Anthony Dent, Jalen Ramsey, Trayvon Diggs, and Nick Overton. Why couldn't we get that Trevor Lawrence in the divisional round? 11 games down, 1 to go. Round 3 between the Cowboys and the Seahawks. Who will play against Buffalo in the bowl? It lands on 2. That's Seattle. That game perfectly describes his OFL 20 career or OFL 23 career. You're absolutely right. Normal whites for the Cowboys, easy enough. 90s homes, easy enough. The Dreadnoughts and Cowboys lost to the Bills, not Seattle. Seattle has not made an OFL Bowl this cycle, and they're looking to change it right here. Round 3 between Dallas and Seattle. Who will play against the Bills in the OFL Bowl? That's the wrong button. I pressed square too early. I'm not going to touch my controller. Hands are off. He needs it. Okay, that's fine. So here comes Bryce Young and the offense. Bryce Young has obviously had his ups and downs with Seattle. Octi helping Seattle. The game would have returned it manually or automatically if it had wanted to. Imagine we vetoed the Nick Chubb deal like it was supposed to. Was it supposed to? Solid start for Gibson. He gets 8. They get the first down for 4. Flag on the play. Look at Gibson. If it stands, he's gone. 62 to the house. I don't think it's going to stand, though. That's the problem. Yeah, they're showing 63 as if he held. There you go. Holding. Against Corey Lindsley. They're back to the 31, and the touchdown is scrubbed off the board. They get 9. Can they get at least 9 again here on 3rd and 8? Nope, he throws it away. And the Cowboys start the game with a stop. Are we going to get a what a punt? We sure will. What a punt. Down at the 7. And now we get a look at the Cowboy offense. Joe Burrow, Nick Chubb, and the fellas. Solid run for Mr. Chubb. Which OFL Bowl would this be? That's a great question. We are on 25. 25th anniversary. Woohoo. Here's Chubb. He gets... That did not look like 10. That looked like 8. Which famous athlete has worn 25? The first 25 I can think of is LaShawn McCoy. So I guess he works. The Shady McCoy Bowl. 3rd and 1. Somebody's in the zone. I think that's Big Jeffrey Simmons. Burrow. Big throw for Evans. He had a guy draped on top of him. And, you know, it's Mike Evans. 25th anniversary, so we're not calling it OFL Bowl 25. What are we calling it? OFL Bowl, Octi wants to drink bleach because the Bills are going to tie his team's record. Is that the new name? Watch game Dolchich. Gets 4. Dallas moving it slowly but pretty efficiently to start the drive. OFL Bowl 35. Oh, there you go. Or maybe we can do the reverse. We lost Madden 14 because of the 25th anniversary, so we call it OFL Bowl 14 too. What about that? Uchenna Nwosu's hurt. Bengal legend. Who dey? If I can't win a ring, can Uchenna Nwosu win it instead? I want to live vicariously through him. Now a 2nd and 8. Here's Chubb. He gets 1, maybe. Third and 6. Burrow finds Dolchich to the 8. And Joe Burrow's in the zone. Oh, boy. Nice play for Chubb. 2nd and goal. Chubb again. He's close. He might be in. Nope, he gets it to the 1, though. Now it's 3rd and goal. They're close, and if they don't get it, you got to punch it in. Burrow floats it up, and it is caught by Zakai Ross. The Cowboys march down the field and score first. Big drive from Joe Burrow to open up the game. And Marcus Davenport's hurt on the PAT. Yikes. Here's a nice kick return. Tyreek Hill. He's gone. Is that even Tyreek? That's not Tyreek. He just looks so fast. I think that's Tyler Lockett. To the 30. And the Seahawks are going to start with unbelievable field position. The old man still got some wheels, apparently. Bryce on the run. Not a bad start. They get 9. Yeah, that was Tyreek. He would have housed that. I don't think we've had a watch game kick return all year. I thought that was going to be the first one. Doesn't happen. Gibson to the 19. Yeah, they did kick returns like 3 years ago. Not now. Real ones remember the Antonio Gandy Golden play when he was on Washington in OFL 20 against, ironically, the Cowboys to win the game. Solid run for Gibson to start the 2nd. He brings it to the 14. Now 2nd and 5. Gibson lines out as a receiver. He gets the ball. Makes a nice move to the 7. Hamilton got to the backfield and then got his ankle snatched. I didn't even notice that. Ouch. Wide open to tie it in the back of the end zone is T.J. Hawkinson. And the Seahawks tie it up. So the field position clearly ends up proving to matter. And we are knotted up at 7. Big Black Hawk. Okay. It took me a second to get it, but then I definitely got it. Not literally. Here's Nick Chubb. He's only averaging around 3.2 yards a carry, yet I was told Josh Jacobs was fraudulent. Chubb's not off to much of a better start. Jeffrey Simmons is hurt. Oh, boy. That is a big deal. So Big Jeff is going in the locker room, or is he? He is. Yikes. That's not good news for the Seahawks. One of the most important players up front for them. He had the big play to get back in the game in the divisional round. Josh Jacobs blew a 24-3 lead. You can't hurt me. This isn't even like top 5 worst moments of OFL 23 for me. Not even close. This is nothing. Up the middle, Nick Chubb. Panther playbook, Mickey Mouse with the first down. So line does better blocking Chubb than block the defensive line. Why was that so hard to read? Burrow still in the zone. He's on ooh. I shouldn't have spoke so soon. That was not so good. As his pass for the ground is caught for a gain of 0. 2nd and 10. Nice throw for Mike Evans. Cowboys offense looks great. Joe Burrow is in a rhythm. That was absolutely my fault. Maybe I did that on purpose. Maybe I want Seattle to win. Or maybe I don't. Now at the 34. There's Chubb again. He gets 9. And they're still moving it. Intermediate game is working. Short game is working. Everything's working for Joe Burrow today. He looks phenomenal. I don't think I've ever seen him look this good with the Cowboys. Here's Chubb. Chubb breaks a tackle to the 4. Chubb on 2nd and goal, gets 1. Now 3rd and goal. Burrow's under a lot of pressure. He might throw it away. So Seattle gets the stop. Cowboys will take the lead with a field goal, though. Oh my goodness, it's a fake, and it does not work. That might be the stupidest call we've seen all day. And we've seen a lot of stupid calls. But that might take the cake. Take the points, take the lead, don't get cute. I was not expecting that at all. So Seattle can take the lead, theoretically. How the tables have turned. You cannot make this up. Not at all. Good run for Gibson. He continues to look quite good. Why couldn't we get this Gibson last year? Last year, it was 15 carries for 20 yards in Antonio Gibson watch games. Now it's 4 carries for 20 yards with 3 catches on top of it. 2-minute warning. Notice they only fake kicks or punts with me, and it never works. Shout out that time in the playoffs in OFL 20 against the Bears where you faked it at midfield for no good reason. That was funny. Shout out Calvin Mentor, the quarterback. He was even better than Calvin Mentor, the receiver, this year, and that says something. Seattle's letting this clock go. Why? They are in no hurry for God knows what reason. What are they doing? You have it at the 27. If you had it at the 5, I get it. But, like, you've actually moved it a little bit. What's the thought process? Excuse me. Oh, now they get the first down. And now they're going to start calling their timeouts. Jeez. This game is so dumb. Madden's making up for the fake. Clearly, he's inbounds. Yeah, Seattle's got to call timeout number 2. Why are you throwing it 3 yards down the field just for the receiver to stay in bounds? You might as well throw it away. He is lucky he dropped that. Bless you. Thank you. I sound like Quentin Williams. If you know, you know. 3rd and 7. Are they running a screen? Oh my God. This might be the worst called drive I've ever seen. Dallas should still be winning, to be fair. But that was still brutal. 7-7 at half. EA Sports has tried to screw over both teams so far today. I think they've got Dallas a little bit worse. But Seattle's quickly catching up after that disaster of the drive. Burrow's had damn near a perfect game and you have 7. That has to be concerning because if Joe Burrow plays like this and it's still tied, can you expect him to play this well in the second half? But on the flip side, the rest of the team's normally not this bad. That's going to be a hold. Whoever didn't get out of bounds on a check down is a neo-fascist. That was TJ Hawkinson. Hawkinson's a neo-fascist. Greg Dulcich. Watch game Dulcich. And the Cowboys lose 10. They do keep first down, though. Burrow downfield. Watch game Dulcich. Gets 30. Nice throw on the wheel route. It's Nick Chubb to the 40. And the Cowboys quickly redeemed themselves after the holding. How come Young was on the ballot but not Burrow? I didn't make the ballot. I'm the wrong person to ask. Short throw. Curtis Samuel gets 3. They're pretty close to field goal range, and Chris Boswell is a good kicker. 3rd and 7. They might run it. Nope. It's a pass. No time to throw it. Still nearly completes it. Burrow final stats, 528 yards. Final score, 17-13 He's the Brock Purdy of our league. That's not a bad thing. Brock Purdy's the MVP favorite in real life, even though he shouldn't be. He is. This is a 53-yarder for Boswell. That looks shaky. I don't think he... Doink! No good! Well, at least they didn't fake it. That kick looks shaky from the start. Why can't Daniel Carlson be like that? I'm back from coping. Is there room on the coping couch? A lot of us would like to join you. Boink. It's intercepted! Sauce Gardner picks it off in and out of the hands of Tyreek Hill. Now, I will say, he shouldn't have thrown that ball because Sauce had him blanketed. But on the flip side, it's right in his damn hands. He's got to catch that ball. Or at the bare minimum, don't bounce it over to Sauce Gardner. That's mostly like 95% on Tyreek Hill. How is that DPI? That looked clean to me. There's Chubb. It's Nick Chubb, Spalk's Pookie Bear, with a gain of 12. And now he's in the zone. Oh, Lord, here we go. Now, Nick Chubb out of the zone hasn't been all that effective today, other than that run he just had. 2nd and 9. Burrow over to Samuel. He gets 4. Now it's a 3rd and 5. Burrow has a wide open man. Watched game Greg Dulcich remains undefeated. He brings it to the 12. Here's Burrow. Rolls out. Under pressure. He's sacked. Josh Sweat for a loss of 12. Big play for the Seahawks. That's going to back him up out of the red zone at the 24. And more importantly, arguably, Joe Burrow's out of the zone, finally. He was in the zone for like a quarter and a half. Burrow on the run. Nope. Good coverage. Watch game Dulcich can only give you so much. It is Greg Dulcich, after all. And now it's 3rd and long. Everybody's in motion, switching sides. Burrow goes short. I thought that was going to be a fumble. That looked like a hit stick animation. Mike Evans holds onto the ball. And Dallas is going to kick. Now, as we know, Dallas field goals are no guarantees. They have a fake and a miss today from Chris Boswell. This time he actually does connect. And so the Cowboys are up by 3. Seattle hasn't had like a really good drive today because their one touchdown drive, they started at the Dallas 30. Now they have to start at the 16. So you guys haven't punted once, and you have 10 points. You also haven't turned the ball over once. It's not even like there's a bunch of turnovers. Gibson with a big first down run. He gets 15. They should give him the ball more. He's been really effective. I didn't think Gibson was going to be this good of an acquisition for Seattle, but he's been like legitimately quite good with them. Under pressure, it's Aaron Donald. Highsmith was there as well, but Donald is the one who leads the way for the sack. Second and 18. Here's Gibson. He gets 3. Giant play here for Seattle. They only have 7 points. Their offense has got to get moving. Bryce Young's going to look downfield. It's broken up. Good coverage. Sauce Gardner on Tyreek Hill. Well done, Bryce. Turn your back on him. Surely that's not going to lead to a sack. Surely. Are we going to get another what a punt? Yes, we will. What a punt. Down at the 3. Seattle has definitely won the special teams battle today, if nothing else. Dallas gets him quickly out of safety territory. Mike Evans with the first down. Burrow back to Greg Dulcich for another first down. That'll wrap up the third. The Cowboys lead at 10-7, and they have the ball. Can they finish off the job, beat Seattle once and for all, and get a rematch with Buffalo in the bowl? Chubb breaks a tackle to the 34. Good run. Here's Mike Evans, runs by the defender. Gets it to the 48. Chubb being in the zone definitely helped that play. Breaks off a tackle. Instead of getting like 3, he gets 6. And Joe Burrow's back in the zone. Oh boy. Not good news for the Hawks. Psych gets intercepted! I jinxed him. Travius Hodges Tomlinson picks it off. Nick made him an X Factor in the draft class just for that? That's funny. You would have thought it would have been J.C. Jackson with the interception, but instead it's Travius Hodges Tomlinson, who passed on a maximum $40 million a season contract to play here in Seattle and play in games like this. I hope it was worth the money, THT, because you passed on a whole lot of it. I wonder why THT's so good. Whose fault could this be? Gibson with a first down to the 47. Young finds Hawkinson. Another good play for the Seahawks. Gibson smothered, loses 3. There's a nice play for the Cowboys. Jordan Davis. Second and long. Boink, boink, incomplete. Now it's a 3rd and 13. They're a little bit outside of field goal range. We know Blankenship can make it from this range. We saw a game winner from here last week. Bryce Young's under pressure. Has to avoid a sack. He could have ran for some yards. And they will kick. 56-yarder to tie it. Rodrigo, 4 eyes, Blankenship for the lead. Doink, he missed it. Rodrigo Blankenship is did I say for the lead? I meant for the tie. Counting is hard. But it goes off the left upright and is no good. 10-7, what a game. This has legitimately been an awesome game, unironically. What a nerd. Chad Ryland makes that with 2 eyes closed. Well, to be fair, Blankenship practically has 2 eyes closed. Can Dallas finish it off and make it to their 3rd OFL Bowl of the cycle? That was better than Boswell's attempt. Boswell's kick was like a line drive, so, I mean, it was better. It had the distance. I would rather miss because it was a little inaccurate than be short. So, yeah, you're not wrong. A miss is a miss, but I suppose that is a better miss. 304 yards to 138. Ouch. Here's Chubb. Big run. Breaks a tackle. Nick Chubb's been a different player here in the second half as he gets it to the 25. Chubb with his X Factor ability is very different. You're absolutely right. Here's Chubb. He gets 5. Now it's 3rd and goal. Nick Chubb with a first down, stumbling forward to the 8. Seattle's going to have to start calling their timeouts. And a touchdown pretty much ices the game. It wouldn't be like over, but like, they wouldn't be looking good, put it that way. Next year, no more Nick Chubbs for you, Nick. What if he gets the first pick? Here's Chubb. Breaks a tackle. He gets 3. He's not getting 3 if he's not in the zone. Instead, he's getting like -2. Aren't you going to make the sliders so that they regress at 30? Yes. Nick Chubb individually might not get hit that hard. I'm going to use the same sliders that I'm using in the Dragon series. Like, I think Nick Chubb going into season 4, he's still like without morale, I think he's like a 94. Other running backs like Derrick Henry have gotten hit like a truck. But Nick Chubb for most of the next cycle is going to be fine. 3rd and goal, it's a touchdown! Curtis Samuel has possibly just sent the Cowboys back to the ball. 10-point lead. Seattle's a minute 50. Oh, excuse me. And only 1 timeout. I'd have them regress. I think they do regress earlier than 30. But like 30 is when it's like, you're not good anymore, buddy. Time's up. Derrick Henry, case in point. But really like 27, 28, you fall. You fall hard. Whoa, pause. Are we doing the bowl today? We are not. I wanted to leave a day or two just so the OFL bowl can get, like, you know, its well-deserved flowers. Although now that it's the Bills and the Cowboys again, Hitler versus Stalin, I'm not so much wanting to give it its flowers, but, well, that's what we're planning on doing, so I'm not going to change it. Hawkinson gets 18. Hitler, yes. If it makes you feel better, I'll let you pick which one you are. How about that? Just simcast the Bills and Cowboys. There we go. Nick gets a simcast after all to finish it off. Tyreek Hill to the 7. Seahawks aren't quitting. They would still need an onside kick. Oh dear. Yeah, I think we can call it wraps in that case. Out of bounds. Why did Bryce just start to throw the ball downfield now? Tyreek Hill only has 2 catches. To be fair, Sauce has done a really good job with him, but still. 2nd and goal. I don't know how that worked, but it did. Yeah, it is a touchdown. It's a 3-point game once again. If they score here, send the onside. We wouldn't have sent the onside anyway. I feel like that's not entirely fair. Here. We'll exit out. We don't send the onside otherwise. So, I feel like this would be fair to change for next year. But, since we haven't done it at all this year, I feel like we have to be consistent. We did it last year with I feel like we might have. Everyone says sim. Nick, you can't get mad. I tried to help you out. Onside is recovered by Dallas. Okay, it's over. So the Dallas Cowboys are going back to the OFL Bowl for a 3rd time in 4 years. And we're going to get a rematch of last year's game between the Bills. Very clearly the 2 best teams in this cycle. We said it last year. It's the case again this year. They're back. The Bills beat Dallas in OFL Bowl 24. And we'll see if the Cowboys can get revenge in OFL Bowl 25. For that onside kick, they were the ones who wanted to sim it. I wanted to watch it. I tried to help you. Everybody wanted to sim. I'm a man of the people. I allowed it. And you guys got it anyway. Get mad at them, not me. When the OFL Bowl does happen, will the long-term sim be afterwards or on the same stream? That's a good question. So what the plan is, let me double check the schedule. The plan is Friday. This Friday is the OFL Bowl. Saturday or Sunday will be the long-term sim. I haven't decided which one of those days yet. And then that's it for OFL 23. We're done with this cycle before Christmas. And then Wednesday is going to be the start of the fantasy draft, most likely. As of now, I have it scheduled for Wednesday, Friday, Saturday of next week, but that is subject to change. But it will be within those, 4 days. Joe Burrow was pretty good. He honestly played quite well. I think he was... Whoa, when did... Oh, the fake! So we did get a cocky throw. Well, that's fun. Are we thinking teams before the ball? That is also a good question. My answer is you'll see. You'll see. Antonio Gibson should not have gotten the ball 9 times. He should have got it more. He was quite effective. Both tight ends were pretty solid, although Hawkinson had some boneheaded plays late in the first half with the sideline. Cocky butt cannon is in the OFL Bowl. Go Cowboys in that case. I need my records to stand anyway. I would have rooted for the Cowboys anyway, but this gives me another reason. Go Cocky. You gotta start Cocky. If Cocky butt cannon starts and wins the game, then... I don't know. That would be funny. So we are down to 2. A rematch of last year's game. You thought last season's OFL Bowl was fun. Well, we're getting it again. Pretty much every Bills OFL Bowl has been really exciting. I can't say that about the Cowboys because the first one was not exciting. For obvious reasons. It was exciting for you guys. Put it that way. Alright, let's take a look at the Pro Bowl roster. That's not the Pro Bowl roster. Free Gibby. Daniel Godley made the Pro Bowl! Yes! Did he deserve it? Probably not. This means he was the 3rd best quarterback in the AFC other than Isaiah Thomas, who definitely would be here. So that means he's the 4th best QB in the conference. That's a win! I don't care that he's behind Caden Callaway. I need all the help I can get here, okay? Josh Jacobs made the Pro Bowl. Nick Chubb did not. That should tell us who the offensive player of the year is, right? Ben Mixon, wide receiver 1. Marvin Harrison was that good? Wow, I didn't realize that. There's Aiden Turkey. Raheem Axon. Phillip Lewis, the rookie. Dr. Doof. Brock Bowers, Bengal legend. Who dey? Antoine Kendricks makes it. That's cool. Creed Humphrey makes it. That's also cool. Frank Ragnall, Bengal legend. Who dey? Myles Garrett. Trey Hendrickson at defensive tackle. Fanu Olorosu and Josh Allen. Who dey and who dey? The rookie. Dallas Turner makes it, I think, as a cover linebacker. I think the Oilers run a 4-3. And he still made it. Kenneth Murray, Bengal legend. Who dey? DJ Reed is a Pro Bowler. Who is Collier? I don't know who that is. But he made it. Congratulations. Daniel Carlson. I do not want to see that name right now. Alright, there's your Pro Bowl roster. And now into, also, completely unrelated. I don't think you can play the Pro Bowl in Madden 24. They, took it out. And they never told us. They just happened to take it out. I don't know why. Alright, here we go. OFL Bowl 25. The Bills and the Cowboys. It'll be this Friday. Time is to be determined. Since it's Nick and SG's teams, they will get a large say in what time it is. Yeah, you can't... I think you can probably play it, in Play Now, but I don't think you can in Franchise. They took it out and they didn't tell us. Does IT have a dev? That's actually a good question. He might. He probably should, to be honest. Alright, the OFL Bowl location is in Tampa Bay. Thank God it's not in Buffalo. Not that it would be, because it's cold in Buffalo, but still. He doesn't. He should. He's a 92. Jeez. But he should have the dev. We can't go in the Superstar dev database because the game's going to crash, but we'll take a look at these 2 teams to see if they have anybody who's gone up. I would assume not for the Bills, because everybody who can be an X Factor already is. For the most part. Did Jalen Catalan have Superstar? I feel like he didn't. Okay, and then what about the Cowboys? Alex Highsmith should go up, unless he already has X Factor. I thought he only had Superstar. Well, he has X Factor now. He is shut down. That's just what he needs. What does Kyle Duggar have? Yeah, I think he already had that. Kyle Hamilton has Superstar. That might be new. John Franklin Myers, I didn't realize he went up. That's well-deserved. He had a great year. Change Highsmith's div. Should I change it to normal? I'm kidding. I know what you mean. Yeah, let's give him normal. Oh, I can't change it because I'm not on the Cowboys. Here, we can switch. We can just do it now. I'm going to forget otherwise. Yes, the Cowboys do have Puka Nacua. He's their wide receiver 4 or 5. I think he might be 5. I think they have somebody else. Yeah. Spencer Siri. Siri. Is his name Siri? Alright, what do you want? I know you want Selfless. Or Selfless 2. I didn't know there was 2 Selflesses. Every single one of our defensive... Jesus Christ! We should look at the depth chart screen to see, like, all the red and yellow. Wow, that's impressive. Guys, can we not make trades with Nick and SG next year, please? Bro said Siri in my... Your Siri works? Can't relate. Sauce only has star and Zach Cunningham only has star, but everybody else has superstar. If you want it to look a little better, there you go. Now it's just Zach Cunningham. Nick owes me debt for Joe Burrow. What Nick owes you is cocky butt cannon starting. That's what he owes you. All right, so that'll wrap up the playoffs. We are down to 2. A rematch of last year's OFL Bowl between the Cowboys and the Bills. Can Buffalo get ring number 3? Or does Dallas get revenge? Again, it'll be Friday. Time is to be determined. And maybe we'll do teams beforehand. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. You'll find out soon.